coming live from beautiful West Hollywood at the Cannabis event. I am Jenny Sperry, hosting Empowered Women's Podcast with my beautiful co-host, Rita, here.
Rita Valenzuela, the herbalist, the queen of meta ads.
And we've got Raymond Navis, who is the host of this incredible event and always empowering women, alongside his co-founder, your daughter, Cynthia, which is so amazing that you are the dynamic duo. Raymond Navis, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this.
I have been a headhunter most of my adult life. I've been in cannabis now 9 years. The origins of our company started in New York City. My father was a headhunter, and then we moved to Los Angeles. I grew up here. We were in commercial banking and other industries. I've been retired a couple of times. I always enjoyed the cannabis industry, been around it. You can't help but be around it if you're in California. And I saw an opportunity 9 years ago. Some family members reintroduced me to cannabis, and I started going to conferences. I actually was a journalist to start with. I wrote articles for MJ BizCon, Marijuana Venture. I had a weekly column up in Santa Barbara that I started. And I realized pretty quick that they weren't really doing headhunting in cannabis. They were mostly staffing companies calling themselves headhunters. I wanted to be in something new and exciting that would grow and really enjoy the people. I still really enjoy the people. They're a lot of fun people to be around. Yeah, that's how it got started.
That's amazing. And I mean, look around here. You truly curate the best events with the best people. I've been in this industry for 6 years now. And if I have to choose between coming to a Cannabis event or another event, I will choose Cannabis all day long. So thank you so much for this.
Yeah, for putting on these events. Do you think your younger self would have chosen to be a headhunter?
I actually started when I was 19.
Wow.
I did it like part-time when I was going to college.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always kind of a natural. And you have to realize that the reason the Cannabis is what it is a combination of me being a headhunter, plus I wrote a luxury travel column for fun for 20 years. So I know where to go, where the spots are, how to set it up, that combination. But curating the list comes from the headhunting instincts, of which I've been doing since, my whole life. My father was a headhunter in New York, and then he moved us to Los Angeles. I basically grew up in Los Angeles.
What does it take to be a solid headhunter, you would say? Like, what attributes?
You have to be tenacious. No means not yet. You're going to get no 80, 90% of the time. So you can't be afraid of no. But then you have to think of you can't just try to put square pegs in round holes. You've got to put people where they should be. Fit them, either the best fits are either geographical. Somebody wants, let's say they're in Colorado now and they want to move to LA, something like that. Or even in LA, I've had a lot of success moving people from this side of the hill to the valley.
Right.
But there's a lot of cannabis in the back.
And how do you identify skill set? Because geographical is one thing, and then there is skill set, right? And you mentioned you have to be tenacious to be a headhunter. I also think you have to be tenacious to be in the cannabis industry in general. Yeah. So what kind of skills do you look for? Because you truly just deal with executives. What are the top 3 skills you're looking for out there?
Believe it or not, as long as I've been headhunting, I can be on the phone with someone for about 5 minutes and tell you whether they're for real or not. It's just an instinct. I've interviewed so many people. I started interviewing 50-year-old bankers when I was 19.
That comes from a high EQ, my darling.
Maybe.
I think so.
A certain amount is track record. What's their track record? How do they present themselves? Pretty easy to differentiate pretty quick. Now, nothing is 100%. I'm never 100% right. I'm probably more than 50% right about that.
That's great. What does 2025 and beyond look like for you? What's next? What's the wow factor that we're going to see out of Raymond Navis and Cannabis?
Well, the Cannabis is going to keep growing. We've got some different models that we're looking at as to how we're going to expand this. We're going this year into new places that we've never been. We'll be in Atlanta, Georgia this year with your good friend. And we keep it going to different markets. Our sponsors want to go to new hot markets. these companies thinking that way should continue to look at California and say, how can we expand and dominate in California in a down market? We might just continue to do as much, if not more, out west.
Very nice. The Wild West. What's your take on international?
Well, from my standpoint in my business, there's all kinds of opportunities. People go to Cannabis, they go to ICBC in Berlin. And here's the thing that I look at it, and some of my competitors go there, and, they have headhunters over there. And by the way, they speak German and they speak Spanish.
Guten Tag.
So,
Google Translate.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of naivete in the cannabis industry thinking because you're cannabis and you do it, you're something unique. The locals are going to gobble up all that market.
It's a good point.
So that's my take on that. I think, Europe has like 700 million people now. It's bigger than the United States. So it's obviously, if you're selling or if you've got a cultivation expertise, it's a phenomenal place to be.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, we're talking about your 2025 plans for, Cannapack. Let's flash back to like 2 years ago. Like, how is it that you were able to scale, these events so quickly? Because I saw you doing some in Arizona, kind of did some everywhere. Now it seems like you're just spreading out. What did that take?
We do something that other people can't do. Other people that run events like this try to make a lot of money off the event. We look at this as a business development tool. We don't try to make a lot of money. We want to make sure we don't lose money, but we don't try to make a lot of money. It's a great business development tool for our sponsors and hopefully for RW Navis. I think the mistake that other companies and people that are doing this is they try to make a lot of money at these events. Now, once you do that, that means you're charging people. Some events have charged people $1,000 a day to go. The problem is when you run an event like that, you have to take everyone that'll pay $1,000 a day. You're no longer curating your list. So a big difference. And we try to fill the room with operators, decision makers, check writers. Too often other events wind up with only service providers.
I think you've done a really good job at, bringing together a group of people where the magic actually happens. Sometimes it's not that trade show floor. It is definitely more so of a social setting. So great job, Ray. Thank you so much.
Cannabis people enjoy partying. It's a fun group. It's a great industry, and it's going to be here forever.
That's right. Any final thoughts, Rita?
Yeah, just before we close it out, I like to end it on an inspirational, motivational message, you can give to the viewers out there that are, looking to maybe become a headhunter. Maybe that could be their career path. Like, what advice would you give them?
Well, headhunting is not for the faint of heart. It's a very difficult business. Find a niche. Don't try to be everything for everybody. Focus on one industry, one particular area. I think that the mistake is spread shot, trying to be nationwide. Everybody wants to be nationwide so they can sell their business. But is your business any good to sell? If you're not, I would be very focused. If I were somebody trying to enter this business, first, I would try to learn the business. You have to be good at meeting people, getting information from people. You're not going to get everything you need off of LinkedIn. You have to be more. You have to develop contacts.
Outreach. I'm Rita of Yerbalis. You can find me at yerbalis.com. If you want to scale your dispensary with meta ads, Yerbalis is the way to go.
Thank you, guys. And we'll let Raymond get back to being the host with the most.
All right. Good deal.